The Venezuela Defense of Human Rights and Civil Society Act of 2014 states that the United States will be beneficial relationship of the Venezuela based on respect for their human rights and will be sharing a productive relationship with their concerning issues of public security. This bill was proposed when the Venezuelans felt that their government wasn't doing the job correctly. Currently, this bill is now a law, and the United States is supporting the Venezuelan people and protecting their well being. The bill is given a number, then given to the clerk. The bill is put in the hopper, which is a box on the side of the clerk's desk where proposed bills are placed.
Thank you. A new bill. I'm going to put this in the hopper.
The bill is then discussed by the House and Senate whether to continue the bill or not. We agree with this bill, and we believe that it should be passed. When the bill is sent to the House committee, the committee discusses the bill, then decides on a course of action.
I like this bill.
I like this bill too. Let's send it to the subcommittee.
After the bill is introduced to the House, it is sent to the subcommittee for markup. During the markup, the bill is investigated, deliberated, and rewritten in order to come up with a better understanding of the bill. The bill is basically revised into something the committees agree on. So yeah, those weapons of mass destruction. We should definitely do something about that. Thank you. Let's see. The Venezuela Defense of Human Rights and Civil Society Act of 2014.
I do not agree with this part of the bill.
I agree with you.
Let's change it.
All in favor of a change? Let us commence the changing. A junket is an expensive trip paid for by government money or a business for employees. They are usually used to go to foreign nations on congressional inquiries. The Venezuela Defense of Human Rights and Civil Society Act of 2014 does not go through a junket.
What? No vacation? Tartar sauce!
After the bill is revised, the bill has a public hearing in which the public's opinion is taken in consideration.
Any questions on the Venezuela Defense on Human Rights and Civil Society Act of 2014?
How does it benefit us?
Well, it gives us a better relationship with Venezuela, which would also benefit our trading partners. Any other questions? All right then.
After the public hearing, the subcommittee delivers the bill back to the full committee.
We think this bill is very important. It needs to be passed for the safety of the Venezuelans.
Okay, thank you. We'll take this into consideration.
There are 5 different things the committee can do with the bill. The committee can report the bill favorably with recommendation to pass the bill.
We agree with this bill, and we believe that it should be passed.
The committee can pigeonhole the bill, which is when the committee refuses to report the bill and puts it aside for future consideration.
We don't really like this bill right now, so we're gonna pigeonhole it and save it for later. Pigeonhole!
The committee could report the bill in amended form, which is where other bills on the same subject are combined into the same bill. The committee can report the bill with an unfavorable recommendation.
Here's the bill, but we don't like it. So if it doesn't get passed, we're completely fine with that.
Or the committee could report a committee bill in which the panel rewrites the bill as a substitute for the bill.
Here's the new bill.
The bill is then placed on one of the House calendars for debate.
What rules should we set for the debate?
No insulting the opposite side.
Sounds good.
After the bill is scheduled, the debate happens between the Republicans and the Democrats on whether or not the bill should be passed.
I think we should pass the bill.
I don't think the bill should be passed.
But we should.
Why?
There will be more American troops in the world. It'll benefit us in the long run.
But why should we focus on another country?
Trade partners.
Trade partners. We're gonna pass the bill.
After a while, the debate ends, then the House members will vote on the bill. After finishing the debates between the Republicans and Democrats, the House members vote on whether or not the bill will be passed.
The votes are taken on an electronic voting machine and then tallied up. If the bill is passed in this house, the bill does not die and is now sent on to the next house to be voted on.
The House and Senate compromise and decide on a final version of the bill. A conference report is sent to both House and Senate. When the report is approved, the bill is brought to the Senate Majority Leader, who will schedule the bill for the debate. The Senate Majority Leader also meets with the Minority Leader to decide on a fair amount of time for the debate.
Let's choose a date.
Okay. How long do you think this debate's gonna take? 30 minutes?
10.
25?
15.
20?
20.
Okay, 20.
Okay, which date? I'd say the 18th?
Yes.
Okay.
The Senate then debates on the bill.
This bill should be passed.
No, it shouldn't be passed.
It should be passed. No! It's gonna be passed.
Okay.
After debating, the members of the Senate give their voice votes when they are called up to the clerk.
Senator Bryant.
No!
Senator Vandenberg.
Yes.
Senator Basic.
Yes.
The votes are tallied up by the clerk for the results.
If the bill gets enough votes, it is passed on to the president. If the bill does not get enough votes, it is not passed on to the president. In this case of the Venezuela Defense of Human Rights and Civil Society Act of 2014, the bill received enough votes and then was passed on to the president. Yay!
Once the president has the bill, he can do 4 things with it. He can veto it, which is absolutely rejecting it.
This is for you, President Clark.
Oh, thank you. Darn Democrats.
He can ignore the bill for 10 days.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's nice. I'll put this to the side.
He can pocket veto it, which is where he does not sign the bill and Congress is already adjourned before 10 days.
Oh. That was sure a good golf trip. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, let me look at this bill. Yep, this is a sure pocket. You know. Okay.
Or he can sign it. If the president signs the bill, it becomes a law.
Oh, wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a nice golf course. Let me see this bill. Hopefully the Republicans in Congress came up with something good. I hate that Chuck Schumer. Let's see. Yeah. This is the for sure thing.